Hey tennis fans, Sam here. Welcome to another Tennis Express racket review. Today we're taking a look at the Yonex V-Core Pro 97. Stan Wawrinka's racket of choice gets a refresh in 2018. Black MicroCore material is added in key areas of the frame to improve stability and power. Yonex's signature isometric head shape helps keep the sweet spot larger and more forgiving. In the V-Core Pro series, they have added NAMD graphite, which provides supple, comfortable feel. The 16-19 string pattern is a good choice for the 97 square inch head size and should provide a bit more bite than its predecessor, the Dual G. The V-Core Pro 97 330 gram has a classic 20mm beam, a healthy 330 swing weight, and is over 12 ounces strung. So players who can generate good racket speed and crave rock-solid stability should add this to their demo list. Now with his thoughts on the V-Core, here's Chris.
It definitely has a good feel to it. The 330 grams, even though it is pretty heavy, it doesn't feel heavy as you're hitting with it. You get really good command of your shot, your ground strokes, your volleys, and the serve. It's very good to play with. I definitely liked it going out there because I felt like I could swing pretty hard and the ball would still stay in the court. Personally, I play with a little bit lighter racket, but this made me want to play with a heavy racket. I really like the cosmetics on it too. It really jumped out when I saw it on the shelf, and I think this would be a good racket for anybody that's looking to really look for a control but still get good power with a control racket.
And now with her thoughts on the V-Cores, here's Jeannie.
Alright, so for me with this Yonex, I've never played with Yonex, obviously, but having to just have a feel for it and play with it a little bit on the court, I think my recommendations for the racket are pretty firm in terms of my game. For other players that are out there that are looking to play with a heavier racket, this is definitely one to try. For me, I think with the comfort that it offered, even though it's a 16x19, the strings open pattern is it's really open out there, and also the way it really centralized my strokes and also have the feel of when you're hitting a smooth shot or when you're hitting flat or you're just creating some spin. This racket was really out there for me, and also I think for players that are playing competitive and also in between trying to figure out if you really like this type of racket, I would say the Pro 97 is a good one to try. For me, I think this is a good way to balance both power, smoothness, and also control and feel for many players that are looking for those things. So yeah.
I was really excited to hit the V-Cores. Obviously Stan Wawrinka, their biggest guy on tour, is the poster child for this frame. Players who play deeper in the court, a la Stan Wawrinka, want a little bit more time to get the heavy racket moving because this racket does have some substantial weight to it. I would tell you a prerequisite for the 330 gram version of the V-Core is you got to be able to supply racket head speed. If you can generate it, then the 330 is probably right up your alley. If you don't take big cuts at the ball, there are a couple of other versions of the V-Core that you can demo and try out from Yonex. It's a really fun racket to volley with. The 330 feels very stable, it redirects pace well. The heavier weight actually keeps you from taking too big of swings on your volleys because you can't really move the weight, so it really helps on reaction volleys. Another thing, the V-Core Tech has the NAMD technology, and it feels very dampened without feeling dead in the sweet spot. Even outside of the sweet spot, it feels good. Playing with this racket, again, I enjoyed the play test. You got to be able to handle the weight, but if you can, it's absolutely worth the demo. Loved it. Thank you so much for checking out another Tennis Express racket review. Special thanks to Westheimer Indoor Athletic Club for letting us use their courts. Remember to follow Tennis Express on social media for upcoming sales, offers, and product releases.